But you not wearing headphones?
I'm
just asking.
You gonna wait till
I'm just asking.
You see what he did?
Are we live?
Yes. He gonna wait till you count. He knew that.
No, I didn't.
He gonna wait till you count us in and try to front me up.
Oh my God, baby.
You don't see how this hurt? What you over there counting them ones for?
That's gum.
That's one.
So your hair determines if you wear headphones?
My hair determines a lot. If I go out.
Can we? We really are live, like for real.
That's G.
Don't look at me, because let's think of nothing crazy to say.
That's G all the way.
All right, y'all. Anyway, we live. Hey, everybody. This is your girl, Lotus J, and we are live at the Vibe. There we go. Okay.
Hey,
I had to make sure I could hear it. And we ready to go. This is our first Tuesday of the new year with the team back together.
Yay!
Yay!
Happy New Year's.
Yeah, we didn't do. Oh, last week we did it from the dock.
No,
for the first Tuesday.
We didn't do nothing last week.
That wasn't. This is the second Tuesday.
We did that. We did Kwanzaa.
Oh, right.
At the dock.
That was 2 weeks ago. So last week we were just off. Mm-hmm. All right, so we back in. What's good? Everything good?
Everything is wonderful.
That's good.
What about you, G? You've been gone for about 30 days.
Yeah, you know how he do.
I missed but once. 1 week.
Well, you missed 2.
I missed 1. We all missed 1.
No, you missed 2.
Don't throw us up under the bus.
And she and I missed 1. You missed 2 because you didn't do the Kwanzaa. Remember, we did the Kwanzaa live from the dock.
I was experiencing Kwanzaa.
It don't matter. You wasn't there for the show.
Where you experience Kwanzaa at?
Everywhere I go, every day.
Look at him trying to live by the principles. Go ahead.
Now,
I love it.
Nothing.
I'm with that.
I was just trying to see.
Is your headphone going in and out?
No,
Are you good? That's mine. That's just me.
That's them braids blocking your reception.
My antennas.
You know, that could very well.
All right, y'all. So, what's happening? Okay, so.
Don't you start coughing on me this year. Lotus
can't do nothing about it.
You
cough that way. Ain't nobody over there.
And guess what? Guess what? She had strep throat when she was doing all that coughing.
I don't have strep throat now.
Why can't you cough where
I don't have
nobody is?
strep throat now.
She not contagious no more though.
But shouldn't she be coughing where
I
nobody's
had strep
sitting?
throat.
She did.
You wasn't here.
She did like this.
You coughed on me for 3 shows in a row.
Did you get sick?
No, because I'm
holding my breath.
All right, you ain't holding your breath.
Oh yeah, you got an eyeshadow. That's cute.
Yeah, I always try to wear it.
I can't really. That's pretty though. I can see it now.
You don't remember when I bought this at your pop-up shop a couple of years ago?
Girl, no. I be having all kind of stuff. I can't remember.
Y'all do realize we live, right?
So,
hey.
What happened? What'd you do the weekend?
Oh, y'all don't want to hear about my
I had a colorful weekend. I went to see D.L. Hughley.
Oh, yeah? How was it?
He was so funny. He talked about Trump a whole lot. It was hilarious.
Really?
Yes.
I love D.L. Hughley.
He's funny. And I like the other guys, too.
Comedians make really good political activists.
Mm-hmm. They really do.
That's how Dick Gregory got started.
Yep.
He's a comedian.
A lot of them, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's known for his comedy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's more known for, that's how he got on the scene.
Oh, I did not know that.
Girl, yes, he's from Sanford and Son. You didn't know that?
He ain't from no Sanford and Son.
Well,
Don't
he was
say that.
on Sanford and Son.
He ain't never been on Sanford and Son.
Dick Gregory was.
No, he ain't never been on Sanford and Son. I got every episode.
You ain't never seen him on. Then
He
you ain't seen
has
every.
never been on
You ain't seen You ain't seen every episode because I've seen
Yes,
it.
I have. I have the collection. Every
You
year
missed
from
it.
start to finish, and
Right, he went
I've
to
seen
sleep.
them all 30 times.
You missed it.
Ain't no difference.
Okay.
Go
But
look
he
at
did
it.
though. He did though. He started
Yeah,
off
that's
with
where he
comedy.
started.
What show? Oh,
I don't know, just comedy, stand up. I know he used to do stand up.
Yeah, I saw a documentary on him. That's what he did. He was a comedian.
He's hilarious too.
that's cool.
So yeah, but other than that, just other stuff.
Just
Let me see what else. Oh,
Don't even ask me. I ain't do nothing special.
you
So
don't
when
never
you
do
finish,
nothing
you can go to the
special.
next.
just go to the
What's
next.
wrong
When
with
you
you?
finish.
I'm just saying.
I bet
When I
you.
do something, it's gonna be on CNN. So you're gonna know when I do something.
Okay.
It's gonna be on.
All right.
Okay.
So
That's
Well, my
what she-
weekend was great.
that's
I had some new
good.
experiences.
That's good.
Well, kind of like new, like out the box new.
What are they?
I'm not gonna reveal them on the show. I just want to let you guys know that I had a new experience.
Okay,
And it was wonderful.
Well, I'll just
we're gonna just let her
I'll
have
make
it.
up the story in my mind.
Go
Oh
ahead.
God, don't
Do
do
what
that.
you
Don't
do.
give him that.
And she gonna bring it up and not say nothing.
Don't give him that. There ain't no telling where that mind
You
goes.
You
know
got
what?
braids on the holidays?
No,
That's something.
that's a long time ago, and they about to come out.
It took 3 days to do it, and they've been up 3 days.
And now it's about to come out in another 3 days.
Okay, that's long enough.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. What else is going on? So let's just run down what's coming up. We have tomorrow a man and a woman's point of view at Brick House, and we got some good stuff coming up with a man and a woman's point of view. I'm kind of excited about it. We are actually implementing a debate, the great debate, man and woman's point of view, the debate show. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think that's gonna be fly.
I'm gonna tear that one off the bone.
I think that's gonna be pretty fly. So that's gonna be good.
Off the bone.
I'm tearing, whatever lady come up against me, I'm
You gonna let 'em have it?
shredding-
You gonna let her
I'm
have
shredding
it?
to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all hear
We
this,
don't even
ladies.
know the subject or anything. We don't know
Until
what-
you there.
until you there. You ain't gonna even know which side you gotta take. So it could be something
That
I ain't
you don't
even-
really
I don't
agree
even
with.
But I gotta argue.
Get your
But
weight
that's
up,
what
ladies.
debate. That's what debate is, though.
Get
Good-
your
that's
weight
some
up.
Good advice, Solar. That's the best advice you gave.
So you can make Daryl eat his words
I ain't scared of Daryl.
next
I'm
Tuesday.
The G.
I hope I get Lotus.
No, you don't. You
I'm
don't
gonna
want
get
that.
inside. I'm gonna get inside her head.
No, you ain't.
Right, he don't want none of that.
He and I will never.
I'm either gonna.
Because he
get
already
inside-
know my.
I'm gonna get inside her head. Or I'm gonna make her laugh, and she gonna lose it. One or two.
One or two.
If I ain't winning the debate,
I'm gonna be
I'm gonna make
texting
her
her.
laugh.
Hold
He'll
your
never
composure.
go up against
it's
me.
on her. I'm
Ever.
doing this.
Ever.
That's easy.
He will never. We will never be on opposite.
I'm gonna do mouse ears. And
I ain't looking at you. But it's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's Wednesday. Thursday,
You come on the show. We gonna put Naya up again.
y'all
Whatever.
don't act like Naya can't get down now. But I do
I
believe in
said-
you. I do believe in you.
I'm on Naya's side.
I know.
Naya would demolish me. That's my baby. I love her.
But
And I love my mama
All she needs is a
too.
good
look,
coach.
but
All you need is a good coach.
if we on opposite teams, that's just what that is.
I mean, you know.
Y'all know we are. It's almost 9 o'clock.
we get ready to go in. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Thursday we have line dance class, which has really been a lot of fun. So y'all can come out for that. We also still have poker Wednesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. So check that out. I'm trying to go through it fast. This weekend on Friday for Retro Friday with Ty Diggs and DJ Romeo. This week's band is Lori Dawn. So y'all come and listen to Lori Dawn. It's good to have somebody new in the house. And Saturday we have Chicago Step and we have DJ Freeze and the band is Paul Cannon in the band. And Sunday's band is Mahogany. I got through all of that. Didn't have to ask you. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I've been studying. Okay, we're going to go right in because we late. We had our camera shut down here in the studio, so please forgive us for being late, but we get ready to go in. All right, Solar, what you got?
Oh, my Black History fact.
What happened to you?
Hey,
you
Manny.
go first now?
Yeah, because I've been,
She does the announcements.
so
we need
need to break it up.
a vocal break.
What's up, Amy?
Hey, AT. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Amy said tell my friend hi. I told him,
Oh, she
AT.
was talking about me.
You ready?
What she? Ain't mean to talk about me.
Well,
I got
hey,
you a
ain't
little-
meaning.
I got you a little segment.
Hey, Aunt Minnie. How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, Rod. Samantha.
She said, hey, y'all. Look, we got the same last name, Aunt
Yeah,
Minnie.
go ahead and shout everybody out who's watching real quick.
We got Geek Master on, Samantha, 8 Minnie, Rod Hill, and other people jumping in. So we will shout y'all out, but let's go. You got some music?
Let's
I
see
got
what he...
something.
Look, you better
Well,
not
come
have
on.
no Django.
They reduced the poundage, I'd say. That is all.
Is that a commercial?
And this
Simple,
is trivia for
ghastly
you.
arithmetic. Or for you, perhaps.
I
I
may
can't
need
help.
a quill and
'cause I
parchment
don't know
and a better
movies.
imagination.
Okay, I ain't even paying
And what
attention.
poundage do you imagine
I
the
mean, it
entry
sounds
may
like Peter
refer
Rabbit
to,
or
sir?
something. I don't know what this
A
is.
Marston Sales,
And really
perhaps?
teaching our kids.
It is us.
Because I don't know a freaking movie title.
Here we go.
This right here, that's coming in.
Give us free.
Give us free.
It's some kind... Oh!
Give us free.
Is it Amstead? Is it Amstead?
Amistad.
Amistad. There you go.
That's what we are.
Okay.
Give us free. That's good. She got it.
I've seen that before. A lot.
Please instruct the
Give us
defendant.
Give us free.
His
Give us free.
proceedings with such out.
Shoot, I'm ready to be free.
Give us free.
I was ready to be free.
So long.
Yeah.
Give us
I
free.
want freedom.
You going next?
Yes.
All
All
right, what
right,
you got?
y'all. So I have a little Texas history, a little Black history, a little U.S. history. Barbara Charlene Jordan. She was a lawyer. She was an educator. She was a politician. She was also a civil rights leader. But she has a lot of firsts.
Has she passed?
Yeah, she's
Barbara.
passed.
Okay. Barbara
Yeah.
Jordan was cold blood.
She has a lot of firsts. She was the first black woman elected to the Texas Senate after the Reconstruction era, of course. She was the first Southern black woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. She was the first black woman to deliver the keynote address at the Democratic National Convention, and she was the first black woman to be buried in the Texas State Cemetery. And of course, she received many
Who else
honors.
in there?
I don't know.
Is it like?
I ain't look up who else. We're talking about Barbara Jordan.
No, I mean, what you said the first to be buried in there. Well, I mean, what is it like a
It's probably like
only state?
a state
leader?
cemetery
Yeah.
for like political figures.
Oh,
Yeah. So she was the first black woman to be buried there. So she has a lot of firsts. She received a lot of accolades. One of the accolades that I think she's known for her keynote address during the Nixon impeachment. He was a part of the Watergate scandal, even though his life didn't really change. But anyway. But she's known. She gave a really great speech, so she's really known for that. Bill Clinton was gonna honor her, but her health got really, really bad, so he wasn't able to honor her.
don't say Bill Clinton too loud. Around those.
Okay.
Oh my God, I am not. He always try to make me so
Say
anti.
Bill Clinton
It's
too
so
loud.
I mean,
wrong.
Say the Clinton.
During his
Whatever.
presidency,
There you
he
go.
was going to honor her,
No
but her
shame.
health, she
Whatever,
fell in bad
dude.
health, and so
Anything else about her you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to talk about anything else. I
You
just
sure?
want us to reflect on how dynamic of a woman she was
And her contribution.
in the '60s. Yes.
What
I
you
mean-
know about her? You said she was cold. What you know about her?
Oh, I know she was a
I don't know anything.
about Barbara Jordan. Oh yeah, she was he was a very powerful.
You had to sneak that
He trying it, but you know what though? One of the things
Go
that
ahead.
I noticed,
Bring
one
it.
of the things that I noticed about people in history during those times in the '60s.
in. What was
the 50s,
the
and all
time
that.
frame?
Their sexuality was
No,
private.
can you let me finish? Between the 60s and 70s is the time period. But one of the things that I noticed about a lot of people during that time period is that they have a lot of great, like they hold heavy positions like
What you
real
mean?
careers. Like, who goes and be a lawyer, an educator, and a politician? And
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like most people,
well,
you'll
hold
be
up.
a barber.
No,
Then
hold
you'll
up.
be you done worked at the laundry.
No,
and
yeah,
then maybe
if you're on a
You know what I'm
PTA.
saying? But
So,
what I'm
Laura,
saying,
most Congress people are attorneys.
well, yes, I
That's how
understand that.
they argue.
That's
the
how
law.
they
Yeah.
transfer
I
into
Most of them are
politics.
attorneys.
I understand that part.
So
but-
you can't just be there being Trump.
But even
But you can be the
You
president.
president. You can't be in Congress.
But
be
even I'm
president.
just saying
That's
though,
funny.
black people during those times, they had a lot. They had real career. They had several careers.
And that's what I've been trying
You
to
see
get
what
us
I'm
back
saying?
to. Like, do something other than the
yeah,
norm.
The
like
same
you
old.
know, like most
same
people start
old.
from working in the washateria, and then they may go to the kitchen, and then they went to law school all their life, and then now they're a lawyer. You know what I mean? And that's just one major career. Like that other stuff was just jobs. So that's one thing that I think is very.
Once you
just
get a law degree,
interesting.
the sky's the limit. There ain't nothing else you can't do.
Okay.
I'm saying once you know the law and how the law works, ain't nothing you can't do.
I'm looking forward to us having a very important figure, a part of the Black of the Berry, real soon when she comes back to DFW.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about?
Come back to DFW. Who you talking?
Your sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she
I'll
heavy
hook
hitter
you
for
up
real.
with- Yeah, she know.
Like for real. She's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, all those ladies, Barbara Jordan, Dorothy Height, Oprah, my sister, she knows them. But yeah, we'll hook that up.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
Yeah, she pretty.
And I'm finna put it out there. I'm finna put it out there just to apply the pressure. G is gonna do a documentary on their sister.
Yeah,
Now
if I
you
can
gotta
ever
do
get-
it.
If I can ever get her to sit down somewhere.
Oh, that's cool.
And she older and keep him running. When he get back
I'll
from
be
her,
like,
he
hey,
be
wait,
tired.
Be trying to talk to her, she running here.
That is cool.
I am so
I
impressed
say
with her.
I'm trying.
for
I'm
real.
trying,
What's her
Lotus.
name? You
I'm
gonna put her
trying,
name out
Lotus.
there?
Now we gonna do it.
Patricia Daniels, Alexander Daniels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Patricia.
I'm very
Alexander
impressed with what I know about her.
Daniels
Yeah, she
and
calls
Barbara
like-
Charlene Jordan. Shout out. Phenomenal
Barbara
women.
Jordan ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing on my sister.
I feel you, but you know, our Black History Fact is about Barbara Jordan. So when you do that documentary, then we're gonna do a Black
Then we're
History
gonna do.
Fact
There you
about your
go.
sister.
And she is. We're gonna give her her flowers while she is here.
Just saying, don't you?
Oh, that's gonna
don't
be
make
Black
me go
History
there.
Look how
Fact
proud he is
right
of
here
her.
in the
Don't make me
studio.
go there, Solar.
Hey.
I was like, my fist was balling up.
You was about to
Talking
punch
about
me in the
Barbara
face.
Jordan. No,
He's about, oh,
I was gonna
he's gonna punch
check,
Barbara Jordan in
check
the
Barbara.
face.
Like,
No, no. All right,
like
next.
Shirley check Barbara. You ready, Lotus?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We got some MLK. We got MLK music.
Okay, yeah, just.
I had to give you some history. Amistad history.
Let us be free.
I had to find some new MLK.
I know.
That's Lil Wayne.
It is not Lil
Like,
Wayne.
hey, twerking in the seat.
As the greatest
We can't do that to Lil. We can't. I haven't said Lil Wayne.
That's MLK.
This is what we gotta play on this weekend. Some of it anyway.
Some MLK stuff.
Okay, that is Monday.
We'll put music to anything.
And make it fly.
You gotta get the children interested.
Shoot, keep the grown folks interested. I like that too.
I think the kids interested.
I like it too, though. All right, y'all ready? We going back. We have not had a Proverbs in a very long time. Well, we did when Dr. Safisha was here, but other than that, we have not. So, here it is. Send a boy where he wants to go, and you'll see his best pace. What does that mean? Want to read again?
I'm good.
I'm processing.
Okay.
Say it
Y'all
again.
like, I'm
Say
good.
Say it one more time.
I'm
Send a
good.
boy where he wants to go, and you will see his best pace.
Yes.
I got it. I'm locked
Okay,
and
so
loaded
let's
on
see.
that one.
I am assuming that is saying for him. So if you allow your child to operate in their gift, then they will pretty much put their all into it.
I can't even add nothing to that.
You did good.
Well, thank you.
I can't even add nothing.
You ain't
to
got
that.
nothing to add. That is it, though.
That's it.
So the interpretation is
Okay.
exactly what she said. Passion is the greatest motivator. And that is exactly what you
What they're
said.
passionate about, and say, hey, okay, we're gonna
Get behind
this
it.
way.
I like that. So go ahead, because we late.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Patty.
I know.
Patty Wop.
Oh, we got a
Okay, hold on.
we got a little dancing, a little number to do too.
Why we gotta put on glasses on his turn, but I don't know.
I mean,
Come on, let's go. We rolling.
Oh, you gonna
We
want to
rolling.
dance on my theme music?
all right. Well, let me get my hands.
I did it recently,
Let me
but
get my
it's
hands
MLK.
ready. Let me get my clap hands ready.
Today, my friend,
You better get ready.
so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow,
I think I'm gonna learn how to
still
step.
have a dream.
Yeah, you're gonna do it in public.
Yeah, I am.
I don't believe it.
I'm
I
gonna
do
bust
not
out.
believe it.
Watch. That's a cool dance.
You should do that for your birthday.
One day,
That'd be so live.
this nation will rise up.
This a cold little step song. This where you got that from? The Steppers.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yeah, that's smooth right there. Stepping is the sexiest dance I done seen yet.
That Scarecrow dude was getting down with me.
Man.
I have a dream.
Yeah, he had this big hat on. I don't know what it was, but he was getting it. And there was another dude that was really in there just like putting it down. Them steppers be doing it. All right, what you got, G?
My New Year's resolutions.
Oh,
Y'all got New Year's resolutions?
no.
Those? I don't either. Moving on.
Forward.
I ain't got.
I got some phrases.
I ain't promising. Give me a phrase.
Forward. Make it make sense. And what's the other one we said? Oh, give people what they give you. No more, no less.
Oh wow.
That's how
I'm
we're
all
rolling.
about just positive energy, having fun, living my life, and elevating.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got no resolutions. It's just,
I mean, ain't no resolution. It's just
I ain't going to the gym for a couple more weeks for all of the resolutionists to go back home, and I'll go back when it's not crowded again. But anything else, I'm good. When you reset daily, you ain't gotta wait
Every
till
day.
the first.
Every day. I don't gotta wait till the
least-
first.
At least once a
I
week,
wake
I
up trying
reset.
to figure out what I need to
messed
do
that-
better.
I messed that whole week up. Let me start over.
You know, I'm more so like nobody ain't finna tell me when to start doing whatever it is that
That's
I want
real.
to do. You know
That's
what I mean?
real.
For me, New Year is my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
On people's birthday, I usually say Happy
It's your New Year.
Right.
So it ain't
And
the
you
calendar.
know what? Our birthday is in the spring, and
And we gonna kick
technically, the earth renews itself.
In the
so-
springtime. Blossoming.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What day are you?
The
April what?
8th. I'm 4 days after you.
Yeah. I had to make it right before you came.
Set the pace, set the tone.
Thank
Did
you.
y'all know that MLK
Thank you, because you know greatness
was
was coming.
assassinated on my birthday?
I did.
Same
Yes.
day, same year. Don't ever forget that. You should never forget my birthday.
Come on, you got some
Ever.
random
I don't
impediments.
really have nothing.
He-
Oh, okay.
You always got random
if
impediments.
if I'm a friend of yours and I text you on occasion, don't let your kids play with your phone.
Ever. ever.
There ain't no telling
It ain't no telling.
what's coming from my way.
Don't
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Look, that right there is a true
You better
statement.
put a block by my name, because ain't no telling what's coming. Your kids be like, Mama,
Uncle D.
look what he did. Look what he did.
What is this?
Man,
That's just a freebie.
that's a real statement right there.
That's a freebie right there.
All right, we going in
Thanks for the warning.
and going hard.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of Lifetime.
Okay, what you saying on Lifetime?
A lot of death.
Really?
A lot of death on the Lifetime channel.
It
Women
is.
killing men.
All the time. Yeah, and it's
Everybody
always women
killing everybody
and
on,
children.
on the Lifetime.
I don't
It
even
should be
watch
the
it.
Death Time channel.
Is it really
Because
that
it's time to
bad?
die.
I don't watch it. I don't know.
Every movie, somebody got to go.
I used to watch Lifetime.
And it be
years ago,
murder?
like a long time ago.
Yes. Somebody got to go. It's
Women
the Death Time
killing
channel.
men, children killing
Everybody.
parents.
It's the
somewhere.
Death Time channel.
Why you watch that?
I love it. Because I know it's fake. You know, I can't be like, oh my God, I can't cry about it. I know it's fake. I don't understand people who don't understand movies and stuff. It's
just movies.
I could never cry at a movie.
You've never cried at no movie?
No, I know it's fake.
No movie?
No.
I believe
but
that
some
too.
stuff,
He's
some
so
stuff is so
heartless.
relatable. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're
I
a good
cannot,
writer,
my
a good
mind,
producer.
I didn't program me. My mind won't allow me to cry over something that I know is not real. Now, if I watch a documentary, maybe that's different. Or if I'm in church.
But what about TV shows or movies that are based on real shows? Maybe it's not.
Yeah, if it's based on real, I know that actually happened.
Yeah.
That don't mean I'm going to cry, but I just know, okay.
You might be a little bit
If I was a crier,
moved.
I'd probably cry right now.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm like, if I was programmed to cry, I'd probably be crying.
I barely have seen a frown. This dude got the coldest poker face I have ever seen.
I used to have to eat playing poker,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Ever.
When it's a matter of you eating and not eating, you better have a poker face.
Literally, and I'm not even playing. It's always the same.
But church songs,
They don't nothing move you.
cry.
church songs move me.
They do. Like what?
Just
Just give me one off the top of your head.
I don't. Ain't no particular song.
Oh.
Just when I'm in that.
Soulful church songs, the soulful kind.
Yeah. And
I
all
be
of them
missing.
supposed to be soulful, right?
Well,
No,
all of
not
them are
necessarily.
soulful. I mean, you got guitars and stuff.
I gotta
change
be
the
there
whole-
though. I gotta be there.
So you're not gonna get moved just listening to it in the car.
Nah, I gotta be.
Like-
I
So
gotta,
then you feeling the spirit.
I gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the music and the people,
The atmosphere.
energy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't just watch TV and cry.
Yeah. I don't really. Let me see. I get a little emotional. Depends on what it is.
Oh, I'm emotional.
You emotional. I don't really.
Hey, that's not us.
I mean,
It's her.
It is.
So
me.
really?
It's a part of
At the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did go off on us. That one not.
Don't. We not going back. We're not.
He always goes
We've
backwards.
gotten past that.
You remember her phrase? Forward.
Forward moving.
Forward.
I always thought it was don't forget the history or you're bound to repeat it.
Yes, Negro.
So I ain't forgetting how you talked to us
This
that night.
Negro. He's like, oh, I'm not
And
saying
you
that
better
no
not
more.
repeat it.
I ain't repeating
You
nothing.
better not repeat it.
Who is that? Jennifer who? Oh, that's why I can't see. I got the wrong glasses
Jones.
on.
Jennifer, that's our
Jones.
chef, ain't it?
Hey,
Is
Jen.
that Jen, the chef?
Jones. Jennifer Jones. That's our chef.
I'm still waiting on Aunt Minnie to make me a banana pudding.
Hey, Sharon. That's my little sister watching. Hey, Minnie, he said he waiting on his banana pudding. All right. Anyway, y'all ready?
Let's go. Let's go in.
So we got a few different things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Oprah speech. Did you all get a chance to hear it?
I didn't hear the
Okay,
speech.
I'm going to play a little bit of it. I hope we don't get shut down. We don't get shut down over that, I don't think. So here it is.
When they first called me and said they wanted me to accept this, I said I shouldn't be the person to get the Cecil B. DeMille Award. You know why?
Oh,
I was
God.
working with
I'm
Reese
already about to
Witherspoon
throw up.
this
Just
past
listen. It's
spring
a
and
very good
winter.
speech.
Just
And
that
I
first
happened to
sentence.
say
But go
that,
ahead.
makeup
shouldn't
room
do
one
this.
morning. I said, "So how many movies have you done?" She goes, "Oh, honey, child, I don't know. It's been
Okay,
so
blah,
many."
blah, blah.
And
This
I
is the
then
extra
thought,
stuff. But
I
she
hope
go
she
in,
doesn't
for
ask
real.
me, because I
Hey,
think it's
do we
been-
have that part
Oh,
where
she
she
gotta-
going in?
she gotta
Or
warm
you just
the
gonna try
people
to
up.
play? You can't play the whole speech. Do you have a?
He always plays these long speeches,
I mean,
and we
I
let
know.
him
Okay, are
roll.
we gonna hear her go in?
Okay, y'all, we're going to go to the next subject, and be a little distracted.
And the speech
We
was
do
30
this with
minutes.
him all the time.
But the speech was 30 minutes. I ain't
No, it's
never
not.
more
It's
than a
3
minute.
minutes.
Kid
Oh,
on
let's
the
hear
block,
it.
and I always feel
He done
like
already
I'm
messed it
acting
up.
that
I know.
I am.
Let's hear it.
Now I got to
you
get
know,
back
out of my
focused.
box, and it's the
Just
most
do.
intimidated I ever
That's what I deal with
feel.
all the time.
And all those years of the Oprah
We
show,
heard
the
that.
greatest
No,
lesson
you
I
didn't.
learned was that, after every show, someone would say invariably in one way or another,
I'm trying.
how was that? I'd finish an interview with the father
Okay,
who
let me
killed
stop
his
talking.
twin. Well, I would have to say
3
that
minutes, we can hear it?
recognizing
No,
that
I don't wanna hear all of that.
people use
Why not?
this moment.
Because I want to hear the juice, like that part that it's like, oh my God. Because she did. That speech was off the freaking chain.
Oh my God.
There's some.
I'm telling you, I don't get that move. Well, I think that the controversy is people are saying this is her. Oprah should run for president.
Please.
Yeah, it was like her coming out speech. for
Man,
presidency,
please.
Yeah.
Nobody vote for Oprah.
I read that.
Like everybody remembers Barack Obama's first speech when everybody was like, "Wow, this dude is presidential." You remember what? What did I say? Oh my God! Hey Manny, you can't be. Hey Manny, you can't say stuff like that to this dude. Oh my God! Hey Manny, you don't know.
Thank you, Reese. In 1964, I was a little
Okay,
girl.
y'all. So I'm just gonna, while she's doing this, I'm just gonna get a rundown so y'all don't get too bored.
I can't hear both of y'all.
Milwaukee, watching
I
Anne
can't listen to both of y'all.
Bancroft present the Oscar for Best Actor.
You just love that,
at the
don't you? You love
36th
just
Academy
irritating
Awards.
me, don't you?
She opened
Don't
the
you?
envelope and said 5 words that literally
Oh my goodness.
made history. The winner is Sidney Poitier. Up to the stage came the most elegant man I had ever seen. I remember his
gonna
tie
fast
was
forward.
white.
Why?
Of course, his skin
'Cause
was
this
black.
part
is
and
too
I'd
long.
never
This part
seen
is too
a black
long.
man being celebrated like that.
Don't
And
say
I
nothing about
tried many
I can't
times to
stand him.
explain place. So I want tonight to express gratitude to all the women
I don't
who
care.
have endured years of abuse and assault because they, like my mother,
Ain't that a good part?
had children to feed and bills to pay and dreams to pursue.
The whole thing is good, really. And I sent it to y'all to watch.
They're the
I watched
women
every video that you sent us today.
whose
I
names
ain't
we'll
get
never
that
know.
Me either.
They are
Oh,
domestic workers and farm workers. They are working in factories and they work in restaurants and they're in academia and engineering and medicine and science. They're part of the world of tech and politics and business. There are athletes in the Olympics and there are soldiers in the military. And there's someone else.
Smothering it.
Reese Taylor.
Who's
A
Reese
name
Taylor?
I know and I think you should know too. In 1944, Reese Taylor was a young wife and a mother. She was just walking home from a church service. She'd attended in Abbeville, Alabama, when she was abducted by 6 armed white men, raped and left blindfolded by the side of the road, coming home from church. They threatened to kill her if she ever told anyone. But her story was reported to the NAACP, where a young worker by the name of Rosa Parks became the lead investigator on her case. And together, they sought justice. But justice wasn't an option in the era of Jim Crow. The men who tried to destroy her were never persecuted. Reese Taylor died 10 days ago, just shy of her 98th birthday. She lived, as we all have lived, too many years in a culture broken by brutally powerful men. For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power.
Holding the
of
mic,
those
Lotus
men.
can't hear it.
Where's the
But their
mic?
time is up.
She said they time is up.
The men. You heard
The
that?
rule of those evil men.
Time is up.
I ain't taking that from nobody. Nobody.
You told her, oh, me.
Time is up.
Sorry.
And I just hope that Reese Taylor died knowing that her truth, like the truth of so many other women who were tormented in those years, and even now
Tell
tormented,
Amy our show
goes
is
marching
not
on.
about
It was somewhere in
dinner.
Rosa Parks' heart almost 11 years later when she made the decision to stay seated on that bus in Montgomery.
Anyway,
And it's here
this is a good speech. I recommend everybody.
All right, give me the highlights, Lotus.
So-
What did you take from the speech?
What I loved about Oprah's speech, now everybody is saying Oprah should run for president and Michelle Obama should be her runner. I don't know about all of that, but what I will say is I really appreciate how she just so eloquently addresses what is going on. It was a lot of focus on women being held back and the abuse that they've gone through and a lot of people judging them. A lot of people that were abused sexually, but they took it because they needed the jobs, they needed to take care of their families in all different positions. That's why she was talking about,
Right.
you know, people on lower levels as well as Hollywood and music industry, politics, all of it. But she's just saying now that it's finally getting to a place where we don't have to live so broken anymore, and we can actually address and have people listen. And I don't think that that's just excuse me, I don't think that that's strictly limited to just the sexual abuse, but I just think period, you know what I'm saying, like men and women, and not just sexual abuse, but period, like whatever it is that you are dealing with, you don't always have to keep it held in because of the powers that be. That's what I got from it. But it was good to me. It was really a powerful speech.
So I got a question for you. So do you think the women's agenda has bypassed the black agenda?
The black agenda has never been a priority in America.
Never.
So no matter what,
And it never will
every
be.
other agenda would be. What you think?
Well, I know in the 60s during the civil rights movement, every time during that portion of time, I think the women's movement kind of took over. The women in the LGBT community kind of took over and kind of overshadowed the civil rights movement. So now I do think that, but
Think what?
anytime after that,
You
that
think what?
that the civil rights movement was overshadowed by the women's suffrage, the whole women's movement
So
in the LGBT
so
community.
Is it basically that I ain't even gonna say ours is a movement? It's like
Life,
a
our life.
lifetime
It's a
commitment.
lifestyle.
So has it been jacked
Yes.
again
Has it been jacked again?
By what?
by the women's rights movement? Like, for example, when Obama was president, the gay agenda overshadowed
the black agenda.
Yeah,
And it did.
police brutality, all of that.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Now,
And then even now current, the Black Lives Matter movement was overshadowed with all the Trump drama. I mean, it's never, to me, it's never really going to be a real priority in America. I think that they give it enough attention,
and then they smother it.
yes, with something else.
Yeah. And that's kind of what happens. Like, it'll get some wind for a month, maybe 2 months, you know, something like that. Or at least that's what it feels like. And then on to the next.
Right.
And it's usually, well, I know currently it's been just a lot of drama, a lot of meaningless.
It's so much freaking drama right
just a
now.
lot of pointless stuff that's just been happening. So,
And
I
unfortunately,
think this is the biggest movement. Like, this movement is going to be the biggest one.
I agree.
ever.
I agree.
This is going to be the biggest one.
I think that this is really
Because
a real
when-
shift.
Because when you have, like, nobody, you can't speak out against this movement. You can't even oppose it because you get steamrolled.
You just can't.
You get steamrolled because it involves every race of women. A Black Lives Matter movement is always going to be opposite.
Strictly
No,
to
that's right.
black.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
lives matter. Okay.
And that's the thing about movements that are limited in or that's just like there's a focal point of people. That's just like in business. You don't want to cater to just a select group of people. You want to cater to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Most businesses,
You
well,
think
some
that-
business.
is
It
that
depends
what
on
you
what.
think?
I do.
Because I know businesses that say we don't care about.
Well, I'm not trying to change the nature of the conversation.
Right, but I
now,
mean,
but
I'll tie it in. So you saying
I I feel like nowadays you cannot cater to a specific group of people, and you said it. That's why this movement is going to be different because it caters to all different types of women. You know, rich, poor, young, old, different races. You know what I mean? So you're going to have more of a support system. You're broadening your spectrum.
I think it's good, but then I think a lot of men are going to get caught up
What do you
because,
mean?
for example, the head coach of, I don't know if it was Arizona State football team, a lady accused him of sexual harassment, I think. The university investigated and they said there was nothing was found to support what she said, but they fired him anyway.
Yeah, see, that's my concern.
Oh.
They fired him just because, well,
'Cause she
well,
said
his
it.
the atmosphere may have been conducive. So this man lost his job because this lady
And reputation
Well,
impacted, and family.
It's pretty much saying she falsely accused him. Like everything you said, we couldn't find evidence,
Well,
but we're still going to get fired.
But they have to have had done some type of investigation.
And they found
The investigation is
the
fine.
investigation found.
I mean, not maybe anything that's directly towards her, but maybe some other, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe
But
they
if you
found
do-
some
but if
other
you do
grounds that made the company. You know what I'm saying? They had
But
to fire him
if you,
because
but
it
if
made
you
the company
open that
look
can
bad.
of worms, it's like anywhere women are employed. If there are men there, men are going to flirt. They're going to try to see if you can, if you can be his girlfriend.
Or just how far can I
marriages-
go?
Marriages, end up in workplaces. So
That is kind of
if
dangerous,
you,
though.
it really is.
I think it's a very, very, very sticky situation, and I definitely am appreciative that it is getting the attention that it needs, but I am concerned too about a lot of false accusations and how that can impact people and their lives and businesses and reputations and all of that. Like, they can come at very powerful people with
all
just
you got to do is
accusations.
make the
Just say it.
accusation, and you can
Create
you can-
doubt in
But it-
somebody's mind.
But the thing is that, sometimes you kind of got to take the good with the bad, because even on the other spectrum of that, like, men you would get fired or whatever the case if you didn't perform or act a
Right.
certain way. You know what
Right.
I mean?
If you didn't give
Entertain.
in to the pressure,
Right.
you
Yeah,
could
more
get
so
fired.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's just the flip side
Right.
of, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. That's just the flip side of it. So I
So
think that
casualties of war. Some men are going to be
pretty
casualties
much,
of war.
pretty much, and I think that's kind of one of those things that we have to kind of deal with. Maybe we'll find a system to where we can accurately, I guess not let it be as damaging. Become like overshadow the real theme of what's happening here. So
I've
hopefully-
always thought that women have way more power than men, but men are in
power positions.
Yeah, they're in more power.
But women
positions,
have
but
the
women
power.
have way more. If enough women say we about to shut
It'll shut down.
Is down, they'll shut them down because
Well,
they're gonna organize,
Women organize
they're
and they
gonna
get
follow
behind
through,
it,
they're
they
gonna
work.
vote, whatever they need to do. Like a man ain't gonna go and type no letter to.
You get his
I
secretary
ain't
to do
typing
it.
nothing to nobody that I don't have to. So if you're
Yeah.
saying, hey, we need you to write a letter to this, I'm like,
It ain't gonna happen.
you got to send me something I can check a box.
And sign.
Maybe I'll do it. But if
I don't
I
got
got to
time.
type something,
Yeah.
then no, I ain't doing it. So women are always going to be, they have that kind of power.
It's a different level of commitment when it comes to implementing change, and from women, they're just more passionate.
But Oprah for president, no.
Why?
Michelle Obama for president,
Why?
no.
Why? Not that I think that either of them should be, but I'm interested in your reason as to why not.
Because in a perfect world, you think, oh, she's such a good person. People like her. She'd make a good president. That ain't how America works. It ain't about, as we can see right now, it ain't about if you even
If you're like
literate.
No.
You don't even have to be literate.
Right.
It ain't about if you're a good person. It's about
Power.
what America's feeling at that time. And I wouldn't even want to see
Yeah.
Michelle Obama or Oprah
to go through
even
that.
in that.
Well,
to be
America
honest.
is feeling women liberation right now, so I
It's
think
really-
Michelle
yeah.
Obama would be now. I'm not so much convinced on
don't.
Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
I
but
don't think
I do think
Michelle Obama would be.
I don't
Michelle
know.
Obama would be a
I don't
good
know enough
candidate.
about her.
Or I think that a woman that runs for presidency right now, you know what I'm saying, if we're still riding this wave in 2020, that's what America is on. That's what we're focused on right now. So,
I agree. I think I don't know enough about Michelle Obama to give an opinion one way or another. Do I think that America
If it was about good people,
would even vote and put a black female in? That's not
think
gonna
about
happen.
it though.
That ain't gonna happen.
So, Laura, if it were about who's a good person, Bush wouldn't have been president. Trump wouldn't have been president. Nixon wouldn't have been president.
Clinton.
It's Clinton. It ain't about who's a good person. It's about who can play this game. Politics in America.
If it was about a good person, Bernie Sanders would be in office.
You got to be able to play a game, and you got to have.
You got to be cutthroat. You got to be a little dirty.
Yeah,
you got to be a little
But
dirty.
you're saying that women are not capable.
I ain't talking about women.
Being cutthroat. No. Okay.
I think
those women aren't.
Are you
that's
just
not
saying,
their nature. To me, I don't think that's their nature, being cutthroat.
That's like me. I'm not capable of being dirty to people like that. I'm just not. It doesn't matter, like, if I ever was in a position of any kind of power, I could never be in that role because I'm too honest and righteous. Like, I don't know how to do the middle ground.
That sounds crazy, but that's way.
Well, but I think that's how men view women. I think that men think that women can't.
I think a lot of men are too good to be president.
You know, we have that nurturing, caring. We're too soft, side, and I think that's why
you got to be able to say,
like, that's the
go
idea.
drop a bomb on this country,
and the woman
and knowing you're going to kill women and children. And that ain't easy.
Yeah, that ain't, because I wouldn't be able to do that one.
But anyway.
So that was one thing we wanted to touch on. Tonight we're just touching on a few different subjects. Let's talk about that that ad for H&M. We put it on our page today.
What is H&M? It's like a clothing company?
It's a clothing company. It's a store.
Yeah.
So
that's where the little boy had the
T-shirt. I'm going to pull it up. The T-shirt said, and y'all can keep talking.
Monkey in the jungle.
Yes. The world.
But then he was next to a little boy that had on like some kind of shirt with a lion or something on it. A Caucasian child.
So I'm going to read the two different.
I've seen several pictures.
Well, then they photoshopped it, right?
So this one, you want to read it?
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
On the black boy.
And then the other boy, is that like, that's not Photoshop. That was actually on his shirt.
That's the actual shirt.
The other boys, it says, on the white boy, it says Mangrove Jungle Survival Expert. And it has a tiger on it.
In other words, he's powerful and he's a survival expert, but the black boy is the coolest monkey.
He's just a cool monkey.
Right.
You gotta be half an imbecile plus the other half ignorant to even associate a black person with a monkey in your
period.
Unless you just like
period.
But they say all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
So now people are talking about this company. Now you could possibly, I'm gonna tell you, you could possibly get more people's support behind that, because a lot of times when we disagree with somebody with what somebody does or says, you got a whole other.
That's how that fool ended up in office.
You got a whole other group of people who are going to say, you know what? I don't see nothing wrong with that. We're going to support you.
Just the whole way this dude ended up in office was just a retaliation.
Yeah, but I think that this is sales that we're talking about, and knowing that black people are the biggest consumers. Now, I don't know what the percentages is, like how many black people shop at H&M. I
ain't never heard of it.
It's not a store that caters to. It's not a store that caters to urban black like that. It's more of
they do have a section.
Yeah, but I think that they're more on the lines of a Banana Republic. But not.
I don't know. I kind of went in there and saw their clothes, and I thought all of them was ugly. But that's just my opinion.
I had never heard of them before this scandal.
But I just think that it can go two different ways. I think that people can be outraged at like just like you said, like who would be foolish enough, like what the monkey connotation has. Like this is like historical. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows.
And what parent's gonna allow their child?
Unless they didn't know.
But I don't know. I have to research it. But Don from the other studio said that Puffy came and gave the little boy $1 million modeling contract after that, which could very well be true. I mean, it would be a nice little. That's smart on Puffy,
Well, but not only that though.
I really do want to know, like, why would his mama even allow him to put that on?
But I feel like if Puffy did do that, I just felt like maybe he's trying to repair, the damage, like the imagery,
right?
Because it's out there.
That's why he did it.
You know what I mean?
If he did it, that's why he did it.
And that's the difference.
And it's also marketing, though. But it's also marketing. That's smart on Puffy's.
The heart.
Right.
Like black people really care about a lot of issues, just a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really passionate. We care. We have a genuine concern for people, for humans. Let's say that. To whereas white people, they just kind of, this, if it ain't about the money, then.
But I do think that that's a marketing ploy on Puffy too, though. To be honest, that's
I mean,
just
it works
me
in his
personally.
favor both ways. But I feel like initially it was okay. This little boy, he's all over social media, all over the news. Like, what is this gonna do for his self-esteem?
It ain't gonna do nothing for his self-esteem.
What?
Nah.
If that was my child. If that was my child
it's
with a
somebody's
name,
child, and they said, okay, yeah, put him on that monkey shirt.
I probably would have been in jail. Somebody put my baby on a monkey shirt.
But they can't put it on your baby if you don't say, okay, cool.
Yeah, because with something like that, somebody that young, they have to have parents consent anyway.
I'm assuming, because I just can't imagine a parent in their right mind allowing that to happen.
Money does strange things.
But
to
look,
people.
I'm assuming that they took him. They was like, oh, we're gonna take John, back here.
He's gonna model a couple sweatshirts.
Yeah, and then we're gonna.
But as soon as John came on that set with a monkey shirt on, be like, man, what are y'all?
Well, she was in the office signing paperwork.
Oh, please. They don't work
I mean, it gotta be something like that.
Whoever his parents were approved of that. Yeah, they approved of it.
Well, then H&M should have said, well, hey, his mama approved, his daddy approved, so we gave him 3 stacks.
I'm saying they probably did approve.
That's ridiculous to me.
I definitely would like to know.
Period.
Like, how did that happen? How did you allow your son to be humiliated like that?
I don't think the son is humiliated. I don't think he was humiliated.
In the picture, that don't even look like a good marketing picture. Like, the boy ain't smiling, he ain't looking, and the other boy looking at him like, you got that shirt on, fool?
No, I'm saying, I don't think when people see that ad that they think he should be ashamed of himself. No, he's a kid.
No, so not him.
They're looking at that company saying you should be ashamed of yourself, and the parents.
I agree with that.
Well, yeah, but now that because he's old enough to know about what the media is saying. I mean,
but he still shouldn't look bad no matter what.
I'm not talking about him looking bad. I'm talking about him feeling bad.
Somebody told him put on this shirt. I don't think he feels bad because nobody's calling him a monkey. It's the connotation of.
And with the connotation of the monkey, and it's going around social media, and I'm sure he's seen it and heard it and read some posts because he looks about between 10 and 12.
He looks between 10 and 12 to you. He look
about 6, 7.
My bad. He do look a little
5 or 6.
No, I'm saying
he look a little younger. Maybe
the meaning is so far above him that he ain't even.
Mm-hmm.
He's just modeling a sweatshirt. To him, it's like, what's the
big
deal?
He don't even look.
That boy looks 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah,
possibly
he does
6.
Look pretty young.
He looked like 5 or 6 to me.
Yeah.
I say 7 at the oldest, but yeah.
And they ain't even getting no look. See, this is the time where you have a little light.
If it's me and this is my company,
you know what I mean? Like,
but you gotta know. Some people said they had already had a letter prepared.
Yeah, immediately, and the letter was weak as it could be. It was a horrible. It wasn't even written well.
Well, then how do you know it was already prepared then? Because a letter
that's what they said it came
out. A well-written letter.
They said that the letter came out too quick. Like,
but somebody had in the organization had to know.
This gonna be a problem.
Go over well. I'm just somebody in that.
I think it was all a marketing ploy.
Somebody in that room had to have known.
This ain't smart.
I don't know. I would like to hear. I did read some opinions of people. No, not about that. It was about another topic. Sorry, but I just would like to know what everybody else think, because I did read one opinion. I think where a girl had messaged H&M, reached out to him on Facebook and was like, "What the hell is this shit? Like, you ain't learned nothing from Dove." You know what I mean? Like, she was questioning them, and then they apologized. We'll take it down.
I wonder if Dove, if their sales went up, if their sales increased.
I don't know.
Because there's a portion of America who will, just because you don't like it, we're gonna support.
They're gonna support it.
Just like Chick-fil-A had some controversy, and I think it was behind same-sex. I think it was behind same-sex or gay something, and they were like, we don't recognize it, or we don't, and people were like
flocking. Sales went up.
People are just
I ain't never seen
crazy.
a lion not wrapped around a building at Chick-fil-A. But that's
Okay.
I don't know what to say about that.
We can't. That's the problem. We can't.
People are inhuman.
We can't do that. We need to learn how to do that. Like,
What do you mean?
either shut you down, or
That's the power of coming together, though.
power of money too. Like, we either need to be able to shut you down or say
It's the power of
we about to
organizing.
make you,
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
need to be, and we don't have that in us.
All right. I'm going to play a little bit of this. This is the next topic we talk about. We had a few of this. This is talking about imagery. And so, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. This is a little while ago, but Tim Wise was talking about the power of the image of a white Jesus. So Tim Wise is a white man that goes in.
Oh, I heard him. He
goes in. So this is a really good clip. I'm going to play a little bit.
Millions of human beings whose lives have been snuffed out by people who conquered under the banner of a white god. That is a far more significant problem than whether a black writer in 2013 suggests somewhat humorously, but perhaps seriously, that we should change Santa to a penguin. No one's going to die because of that iconography. The white Jesus, white God imagery has literally resulted in death. That's something folks ought to deal with. What Megyn Kelly said was very simply, quote, Santa is white, end of quote, and so is Jesus. So I think the real issue is, if you want to make a joke about Santa's whiteness, here's a way to do it that would not presume white normalcy or that white is the norm. You could say, for instance, and I would, that if there was Santa, he'd have to be white because no black man could break into millions of homes even if he was bearing presents and not be shot by some neighborhood watch captain. That's a way to be funny, but Fox News would never do that because that would presume that they had to admit racial profiling and racism were real. So there's that. I think the real issue is that she made a statement of fact, not for her own opinion, but fact. There's a difference between believing in Santa and believing in Jesus or the Buddha. Buddha did not come from Kansas. Jesus was not born in a manger in central Pennsylvania. He was a man of color, and the fact that we have represented him for centuries, literally as a white man, speaks to the entire history of white supremacy. We can act like it didn't happen. We can make it the punchline of a joke, but the reality is this iconography, Jesus more so than Santa, I agree with Mel here, Jesus more so than Santa is a real problem. There's a reason we've represented these icons as white. It's not a coincidence that we've done that.
Okay, do you think there's something inherently wrong? I understand what you're saying, that a white Jesus has been used to do horrible things, but
here's the difference, and Reza is right. Reza's right, but the difference is that the power of others to make Jesus or to make Christ as they view him has never come close to the power of the European power to make Jesus white. In other words, black folks can think Jesus is black and view Christ as black, but at the end of the day, the image that has been used to dominate Christianity in this world and on this planet is the white image. So therefore, you can believe, you can think Jesus looks like whatever you want or that Christ looks like whatever you want. Ultimately, though, there is such a thing as power, and it's not equitable. And so if certain people have been able to impose their image of the Christ, of the Savior on others, or God, or Adam and Eve, the first human beings ostensibly as white people, to believe that that doesn't have an effect is to believe that advertising doesn't have an effect. It's to believe that companies that spend billions of dollars don't actually sell you stuff based on the images they use, which is nonsense.
Okay.
Wow.
So, and again, this kind of relates to the H&M, just the power of the imagery, and the messages, the subliminal messages. And he breaks this down so good to me because he's really telling us that, honestly, the condition of the world, a lot of it is related to that imagery of the white God, the white Jesus. And that is what gives white people so much power because they are closer to God. So yeah.
Now, who was the marketing team behind that? Because that was a hell of a marketing plan.
Right.
For real.
It really was.
It really was.
I know it's hard for us to believe that people can think like that.
What do you mean? Think like what?
Like, if you're righteous, a lot of times you can't fathom the fact that somebody somewhere is going to sit in the room and say, hey,
come up with a plan like that.
Yeah, let's make his image like us so we can. You just really can't believe that because that's not in
your mind. Don't think like that.
Yeah, and then they link Saint Nick to Christianity, and you know what I'm saying. And then that's a whole nother marketing scheme right there. Christmas and all of that.
Santa Claus, and that's why he was saying, and all of that came about because Megyn Kelly, who has a talk show, like she's a far right talk show host, and she said Santa Claus is white just like Jesus. Like, that's all there is to it. And
ain't no facts to back
right,
up.
and that's why I like how he broke it down. He was like, well, if you want to say it like that, then put a little humor to it, because it ain't no way it could be. Yeah, okay, Santa Claus is white, because black man can't get away with what Santa Claus do,
right?
Because he going to jail or somebody gonna shoot him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, it's just
she's got to be like part fool to even talk about. Because we know Santa Claus is not real, so you want to make a legitimate debate about something that we all know isn't even real, and you still want to say, no, he's white. This fictitious.
Like Santa Claus. That's about like me with the Black Panther Party.
But here's the thing, though. Even though we know Santa Claus is not real, he's an idol.
Yeah.
He's a fictitious idol, and don't nobody look at him as not being real.
Yeah.
They look at I don't know. They
know he's not real, but he's still very much a part of the American culture.
Yes. He's a part of Christianity, hence the name Christmas.
So what do? You got kids.
That's true.
So what do y'all do as parents? You got kids who, like, we in America, we know Christmas is coming. All the marketing is like, we got these sales
out of control.
So what do? Do you tell your kids, no, it ain't no Santa, you ain't getting nothing?
Well, no, I gave them stuff.
We don't do it like that.
I gave them stuff when they were little.
But if you're giving them something, ain't you buying in?
No. What I try to do is I try to give them things throughout the year.
And you don't get them nothing during Christmas?
No.
As a Christmas present?
No, we don't celebrate Christmas. And my children understand that there is no such thing as Santa. But, they're still children, so they see Santa. You know what I'm saying?
They see presents.
They hear about it. They see, they see all the things.
Kids are concerned about is, I want something.
My children don't complain. They're young, and they don't even complain. But what we have implemented is Kwanzaa. And so, like, last year, they got a lot of gifts for Kwanzaa. But this year, they didn't really get any gifts. We did
But you're talking about some handmade soap versus
No, I'm talking about a multitude. No, I actually bought them stuff. And then we make stuff too. So I just try to create a balance.
That's good you're doing that, but I'm like, how many kids can say,
well, my children,
this is some freaking soap?
When they were I grew up Christian, and my children grew up Christian, and we grew up with the whole hoopla of Christmas, and it was a big deal in our house. However, I always told them. Now, when I was little, my daddy dressed up as Santa Claus. I mean, we knew it was Daddy, but he was our Santa Claus. Yeah. They was like, okay, y'all can have Christmas and Santa Claus, but this stuff coming from us. I got pictures, and he was little. He put a pillow in his. It was crazy. He had the suit and everything. But anyway, when I had children, I never taught them the Santa story. Like, I just never bought into that. So, I mean, I gave them a lot of gifts, but it was from Mama and it was from Daddy. It had nothing to do with that whole Santa Claus thing, because I do understand for people who study Christianity, that is a big part of the story, where the wise men came. Birthday. Yeah, but that's part of the story. The wise men came and they brought gifts
to celebrate, right?
But how is it that we're bringing the wise men in the Bible come to bring gifts to the Savior, and from there we get to this big fat white man giving gifts to all the kids? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like
breaking in your home,
totally manipulating the story. Is what it is.
And you got to leave him cookies and milk as if he ain't fat enough. But I'm just saying.
I used to be stressed out behind Christmas.
I don't
somebody
get
owed
out.
me some.
I didn't.
I was, because I couldn't sleep.
You know about when you was little? You was ready, huh?
I couldn't sleep. I was like, how you gonna get in? We have
y'all got a chimney.
All that was stressful on me.
You know what?
Think about that. How you gonna get in?
You can't come to our house.
Like these cookies. Like, I was like,
what you have? Like,
that's so funny.
Butter cookies.
That is so funny.
$3 for $1 cookies. Like, my mama, she didn't do no name brand cookies or nothing else. It was like whatever was on sale. Like,
that's what Santa was gonna get.
You watch them commercials, Oreo. At home.
Santa didn't get them.
Get the snaps.
Santa ain't gonna like us.
We get 3 packs for $1. So I'm like, they don't even have a name. Like,
Santa eat them hard.
He ain't gonna like them. Like, for real.
We used to try to stay up all night too, and then
I might have slept an hour or two.
Yeah,
like,
we used to stay up all night when we was little.
like I didn't hear him.
And my parents were so slick; they would always beat us and wait till we go to sleep, and then we wake up, and the living room was full of the family room was full of gifts. But they always
that's the brainwashing. Like, what kid don't want that?
Right.
Wake up and you got presents.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's the power of imagery. I'm gonna play another one that is also talking about imagery. So what this one is, let me set this one up. What this one is, did y'all see the one I sent you about the model, the black model? She was so beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
But they talked about her really bad. I hope
Now
this
we
is the
got.
right
Now
clip.
I want to comment on that one after this video.
I hope this is the right one.
Like, y'all ain't gonna like what I gotta say about after this video.
I don't. Okay, y'all keep talking because it doesn't look like this. When I sent it to y'all, didn't I?
No, not the one that you're about to show us, but you did send us the black model one.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
you sent that one about the lady who
From
fled Sudan.
Uber.
Yes.
Here,
That's
and
a
then when she got to America, she realized
That she
that
felt like her
skin was a problem. All of a sudden, it was not good.
Can one of y'all see if y'all can pull it up? Because when I click on it, it goes to the wrong thing.
I just want to say, I got to tread lightly on this one.
Why?
Well, don't trade
Because I gotta
it,
say it. I gotta say it to where I don't look.
You want me to
ignorant. I don't look.
I'll clean it up if you do.
I just want to say it to where I don't look ignorant.
Okay, well, play it and then let them think on it a little bit. You
I
got
already
it.
know what I want to say.
I
couldn't pull it up.
To turn it up.
What? It's a really interesting story, but it's very inspirational too, because she was a fighter.
My skin was
Why
different.
can't you just let the video play?
And that's when I start looking myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, I do look different. That's when I finally realized that my skin was different or was bad because kid was laughing.
She fast forwarded.
Kid was making comment like, go take a shower.
Oh,
Kid
okay,
was
go.
telling me, "We can
Only
see
because she
you, dog." I mean,
tells what she went through in school.
Okay, so this is what I was trying to skip, the silent part.
I think it's fast though. I think it goes fast.
I never had a problem with how I look until I came to the U.S. And that's when I started looking.
She's from
myself in the mirror
Nigeria,
and I'm
right?
Like, wow, I do look
Sudan.
different. That's when I finally realized that my skin was different or was bad because kid was laughing at me. Kid was making comment like, go take a shower. Kid was telling me, we can't see you in the dark. I'm hearing all these comments and I was just like, what is happening? Like something wrong with my skin? Like I can shower this and take this off? They're literally scared of what I look like, you know? And that hurt. I was so nervous, but I loved that. I was like, this is fun, like just being on the stage. And then a week later, I did a photo shoot with a local photographer, and I was like, I should give this a shot. To prove those people too that thought I wasn't beautiful, that I'm gonna be up there. You're gonna see me on magazines, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's that girl from middle school. I feel like modeling industry is biased toward fair skin, and it has been for a long time. But I also feel like it's changing.
Okay, what you got?
So what do you think of her as a model? I mean, do you think she's beautiful just because she is like this really, really dark?
But I really, literally think that is beautiful.
I get it.
I really do.
I think that
So is it just about skin color? So every woman who's that skin color?
Well, I think well, you know, I'm a little sappy. I can find beauty in everybody. I really can. However, that's just me. But I don't think that means everybody that is
as black as she
is necessarily model. That's not what I'm saying.
We're talking about model. We're talking about beauty.
Well, I do think that there are different levels of beauty. But I think that beauty is really literally in the eye of the beholder. Like, somebody could look at somebody and I think they look like a beast. And somebody else think that I can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Laura.
But I know what you're getting at. And I think just on the basic principles of beauty, I won't say that everybody that is dark-skinned is beautiful. Just like I don't think that everybody that's light skinned or white is beautiful.
Right.
I just think that this particular girl on this video, she's very beautiful. Because I think
Why
that
is she beautiful?
I like her
skin,
features.
her skin is smooth. It's dark and it's smooth. It doesn't look
It just looks very well taken care
look
of.
like she got bad skin. Yeah, Nasil is.
The nice high cheekbones.
You know what I'm saying? And then her features are beautiful.
The shape of her eyes are really pretty.
Yeah, so I think that she is really beautiful.
Now, what I didn't find very beautiful to me is she looks anorexically thin, if that's a word.
Yeah, because she's slim.
She's like extremely. So, I mean, that's not my definition, because I think that sometimes, then again, that's imagery.
But if she wasn't big and then got small, then it shouldn't be an issue.
I'm just saying, I personally think that they put a lot of extremely slim, they look unhealthy to me. A lot of models, they look very unhealthy because it's like skin and bones, and that's more imagery, and girls buy into that
because they're projecting.
Yes, that this is beautiful.
Small, yeah,
and so they trying to get there because they think that that's what it takes to get in this industry. So that I don't necessarily agree with.
Did you see the model that I picked up today?
No,
she's slim. She's not anorexic looking, but she's slim. Her name is Jamie Joe. You can look.
Jamie Joe?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Her mom is Rachel. She's a producer.
I'm trying to see if we have any more
on King Charles show.
We didn't get to hear it, but she said.
Oh, I know her, yeah.
She said that an Uber driver, she called for an Uber driver,
and
the Uber driver asked her, would she bleach her skin for $10,000? And she was like, why? And he was like, so that you can be attractive to men, and so that you won't have a hard life and be picked at and stuff like that. And she was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'll take the hard life because I love my skin. But think about those who do have a complex.
There is an epidemic in Africa of women bleaching their skin.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they had.
We'll do a show on that.
But what if it don't come out right?
I mean, what if
like
you?
A zebra.
What if
you get skin cancer?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
That's the real danger.
They need to learn from Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That stuff might not come out even. And you walking around looking like some
patched
kind of animal.
up.
Yeah, like a real animal in
patched up.
Hey,
right.
Then they'll just show their light spots.
I just think I don't think just because you're just super dark that you. For me, it's like, okay, I see your skin, but what's coming
with it?
Yeah, with the skin, or what's coming with your butt, or your, you know what I mean? You got a nice butt, okay? You got a nice butt. A lot of people do. What's coming with your butt?
Yeah.
What's coming with your?
Because you could have a nice figure,
so
and
I don't want people to just be like, oh, she's so chocolate. Some people are saying that just as in defense mode, like, okay, they think
because she was attacked for being
she's
too
really, really dark. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
What if she ain't beautiful?
Well, and then here's the thing too, like sometimes, like if her hair wasn't fixed, you know what I mean? Like the picture, they showed a picture of her when she was a little girl and her hair was kind of all over her head. She didn't look very cute right then. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Because her hair wasn't done.
But it's natural. It's natural.
I don't know what it was, but it wasn't done.
What's done in Sudan?
I mean,
what does Sudan have to do with it?
No, I mean, how do you know what's done in Sudan? How do you know what
the hairstyles are?
How do you know what is her hair supposed to be in Borets and pressed?
No, maybe maybe they do braids in Sudan, or maybe they don't
slick
it back. But
so it's got to be Americanized. Like yours is all like this.
Mine is not all like that.
Ain't that all like this?
Oh my God, I'm not.
No, I'm saying
she has a nice natural hairstyle,
and it's all
that is not. But that is not how she wakes up.
But it's not.
You still got to put some care to it.
Yes, it's not.
No,
like
I'm saying
to the side of my head.
No, this is what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong with her hair. I'm saying, but her hair is like all over her head. Like 20 years ago in corporate, she couldn't get a job. So what do you think is fixed to this little girl?
10 years in corporate, I couldn't.
No, I'm saying, what is fixed?
Perm your hair.
How old was I then?
He don't even know. We don't even know what fixed is in Sudan.
I think that you're.
Like
you. This is what I think
judged
you're
her
doing.
like a white person would judge.
I
a
did
black
not
person.
judge her. I
Yes,
think
you
that
did.
you're
Her hair wasn't
judging.
even fixed.
I
What
think
if it
you're
was?
judging the country of Sudan. I think
No.
that you feel like what's fixed in Sudan? Like they can't have their hair.
But you
fixed or
attacked her
something.
saying her hair wasn't fixed.
I did
What
not
is fixed?
attack her.
Like
I
a white
said-
person look at you and
This
say
is
her hair's not
every
fixed.
week.
What I
This
said was
debate.
there was a picture of her as a little girl where her hair wasn't fixed.
Well, how do
And
you know
can
that?
Tell.
But what's
You
fixed?
know when a child's hair is not fixed.
Over here, you may. But what's fixed over there?
You know what?
No, that's a legitimate question.
You know. You just know.
We don't live over there. We don't know what's fixed.
Did you not see the video? That's what I want to know.
Answer the question, Lotus. How do we know what's
You just
fixed
know when somebody's
in
hair is
Sudan?
fixed. Even if they use mud to do their hair, because in some areas, no, in some areas they do use mud to like fix their hair, right?
Fix how? What's
They
fixed
do.
though?
Style.
Whatever their
Style how? But
Just in different styles. And all we could do is go off of pictures that we've seen. That's all we could
Yeah.
do.
but you don't. I'm saying.
But you know when somebody got bed head, okay, and her head looked like bed head.
No, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does
You don't
not.
know what
come on
bed
now.
head. You don't know what natural bed head.
He
is.
know what bed head
No,
look
here's my
like.
point, Solar. Here's my point. Just like you made that statement,
Definitely.
a person that's not black will look at you and say, "Now, ain't nothing wrong with your hair because that's natural." A person who's non-black will look at your hair and say, "That looks
Why don't
a
she
mess.
comb her hair?
Why she ain't fix her hair when she woke up?"
My mama used to do me like
She
that.
had to wake up
Well,
like that.
but
That's
here's
my
the thing.
point.
Yeah.
I'm
That we have
black.
to
I'm black
watch.
Commenting on another black sister.
Don't mean you right,
Well, my mama did me like
but
that,
that don't
though.
mean you right.
Why don't
'cause
you do your hair?
Because you said.
I thought it was fly.
I'm just saying, be careful with the way you say.
But she wanted me to be pretty with the straights, the perm look. Didn't work.
I mean, okay, G, just for the sake of this argument,
No, I'm
which
just
I don't
saying, be
totally
careful.
agree, but okay.
You understand. You ain't
I
gotta
do,
agree, but
I
you
do
understand.
understand what you're
Right.
saying, but
Because her hair may
I
have
think-
been fixed.
I think as a female, as a black female, I think we know. I mean, it doesn't matter what country
My point
you live
is,
in.
you
I think
can't
we
say
know.
that with your hair looking like that. I don't mean it in a bad way. Not really. No, I don't mean it in a bad way.
I know, you just
Say
so
that because
unsensitive.
I know every
said with your
race
hair
in the
looking like
world will look at your hair and say, "That's not fixed."
But I'm not white talking about her hair. I am black, so I know what black hair looks like.
You know what black hair looks like where? In America?
Period.
All right.
This will go on till next week. This little debate.
No, we're not gonna let it go until next week.
Can we go to the last?
What's
the
the last?
The last topic is we want to talk a little bit about current situation. The MLK. So the situation
Arlington.
is the MLK parade that is to take place. Dr. King's celebration is on Monday when we celebrate his birthday, and so this year they said I be dealing with too.
She patting on me, and I'm like, "Why you patting me? Why she patting me?"
I don't know. How'd y'all just
You're
be out
fat.
struggle? Just struggle.
What's going on at the MLK parade in Arlington?
Did you read?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then you
But
said
I'm just trying to.
get back on point.
Yes.
Oh. So there are people who, well, specifically the NAACP in Arlington. I actually reached out to them and see if they could join us tonight, but I wasn't able to get them. The NAACP in Arlington is wanting to boycott because they are wanting to feature
Abbott.
right,
Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott.
Mm-hmm.
And NAACP just feel like we're not having it. And to me, it's very similar to when they were opening the new museum, Civil Rights Museum, and the leaders was like, nah, Trump is not going to be no keynote, nothing at the opening of this, because the energy that he's bringing is exactly what we have had to fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think that that's similar to what NAACP
So
is
I got
saying.
a question
Okay.
for you. Who was responsible for inviting him?
I didn't
Obviously,
do that.
obviously.
Somebody had to.
I mean, I would like to know if the committee was an all black? I mean, I know it couldn't have been all black for the governor to be here, but who thought it was okay that the governor came?
Well, it could have been, because you do have people who feel like they want to have, and black folks, it could have been an all black committee, but they want that notoriety, they want that prestige, you know, just like we were talking.
Legitimizes it,
right,
the governor,
right, the governor of Texas
never come
is coming
to the one in South Dallas.
But they made him an honorary. What was it? An honor? What
I
they
don't
call
know
it?
if it was a marshal or grand marshal. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, something like that. The grand honorary grand marshal.
That's it right there, right?
That's it.
So, what do you think, Solar? Should people boycott the parade?
Oh, most definitely. Yes, I think they should.
Lotus?
Because based on his history about what they were saying,
okay, but yeah, we know his history. Like, if you're a black person, it ain't nothing.
Right, he's just
the
not
governor has done for you.
So why would he be an honorary anything at
for the MLK?
Exactly. So yes,
I get that.
Honoring Martin Luther King and his contribution.
It's too many black folks that they can honor.
But my question is his, I don't know how long the parade route is his 15 minutes of riding through there big enough to shatter the entire
I think so, because imagery, we going back to imagery once
right,
again,
which is the topic.
There's families out there, black families with their children in celebration of MLK Day, and they're looking at this, and they can't, and depending on the age of the child, you're trying to make a connection, like, okay, how does he fit into the scheme of things?
But he's in a car, he's going, and I'm playing devil's advocate. I ain't gave my opinion.
I don't think it matters. It's an MLK parade. They're going to announce him as the national honorary, whatever that title is. You know what I mean? And so people are going to be thinking, how does he fit into the scheme of things? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, white people are so good. They help us, and they was a part of
that. All of that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think kids care about that. So what do you think about the adults?
I'm not saying that children don't care about it.
But they don't know. Most of them don't know who he is.
Here's the difference to me.
Most of them don't know who.
Here's the difference to me. If it was somebody like Tim Wise, who we just watched him speak, and his life is dedicated to that, I would respect that. I would come and want to be there and see. I would respect that.
I wouldn't.
I would respect that, because not that I think that he should overshadow, or that he should be like.
He could be in the parade.
That's all I'm saying.
You said, no, not to hold a key position.
No,
in the parade. No.
Right, but just to come, I would respect that. He can come, because to me, he has dedicated his life, and I think that if he did come, he should be acknowledged. But I don't think anybody other than a black individual should be the focal point of the MLK parade.
And that's what's important.
But I thought the focal point was MLK.
So if the focal
point is MLK, how does one person riding through the parade, and he's gone, once he goes through at 4th or 5th car, whatever his number is, you don't see him no more. Now you got.
I think that people, black folks, with what we have seen from this administration and what we have seen over the course of the last year and a half, even before this man got in office, there is so much tension right now when it comes to racial issues. I understand that black folks, there are some people that saying we not having it. We not having it. And it's time for black folks to get serious like that. It really is. It's time for them to say enough is enough when it comes to what's the word I'm looking for? Us, America just kind of bypassing racial issues. It's time for black folks to take a stand.
I think that that whole concept is kind of like the whole Jesus concept. You know what I'm saying? You're putting a white person as the focal point of something black again. You know what I'm saying? Even with the women, even with the women's movement during the civil rights movement, those women were primarily white women. You know what I'm saying? Who got all the accolades or whatever for pushing that agenda. So that's not the image that we want to paint, not to older people, not to children, not to anybody of color, period.
So what if he weren't the, whatever his title is, marshal,
the governor?
What if he
you mean
what if
whatever
he
the honorary
in the parade, but he was just coming to be in the parade and he weren't the whatever marshal,
like no
rank,
honorary.
whatever. Yeah. What if he was just in the parade?
He needs
Would
to
it
be
a
very
big deal?
humble while he's there.
Because he needs to know this ain't
It's
my
not about
time.
you. Yeah.
This is their time.
So do you?
I think it would be appropriate if anybody in position, but I don't know.
So I'm saying, think about this.
I would say would come in support in honor of Dr. King, but
not to be
absolutely
a public,
not.
like just a key figure.
So I think that's a problem.
It's not about you
I think that's
at
a
all.
problem with the committee. The committee had a.
I think the committee was completely out of order. Whoever decided.
So do you say let's throw the baby out with the bathwater?
I say I'll go to Dallas and celebrate the freaking MLK parade. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would
The
do.
freaking MLK parade.
I'm saying it like that because of the nature of the conversation that we're having about the Arlington MLK parade.
Right. I mean,
Last time we went to
my
Dallas,
opinion-
didn't we? We went to the one in Dallas. Maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 2 in Dallas for a while, for years. But anyway, my opinion is, now I was playing devil's advocate, but no, I don't think that little punk should be. I don't think he
This
should
why
be.
you want to start the little.
No, I mean, I'm just trying
the great debaters.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you
on
to
the show.
like tell me why you
Yeah, I
feel the
get
way
it.
you do. But no,
I
I don't
get
think
it.
the little punk should be the grand marshal or
Of
whatever his
nothing
title is. No.
black.
Be a supporter.
No,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
just come
Humble
in, getting you
And sit your butt down.
getting you a Kia Sportage or whatever. No drop top. We don't want to see your head.
You don't get no shine.
Ride through with tint on and your
You're gonna be in a Dodge truck.
and a
Ford Tough.
sign on the side of your car, like, cause we ain't feeling you like that.
Right.
No, we're not.
And
He
I
has not
agree.
done
How about
anything
him
to
standing
earn
in the
that.
crowd?
Because I think one thing that hurts us,
I always try to get
we want to be so loved by others,
accepted.
that, like, no matter how we feel, if we feel like, oh, you like me, you accept me,
Would you be my friend?
and to me, it's so prevalent in sports. People think I'm crazy when I talk about sports, but I hate to see brothers clowning for.
Doing their little dance and all that.
Arena full of white people. I hate that. Man, that burns me. It makes me want to not watch sports because I'm like, dude, we don't clown.
Just
for nobody.
just for their entertainment.
We don't dance and shake our booty for nobody. Them days is over. Like, make a
Tap
touchdown,
dancing.
make a tackle.
And get back on the field.
Go do your job. Like, we ain't got to be celebrating and doing. Man, I don't like it. And it's kind of like, oh, Greg Abbott is coming. Screw Greg Abbott.
Who cares?
Nobody care about no Greg
Exactly.
Abbott. I don't care about Greg Abbott, Donald Trump, Jerry Jones. None of them.
None of them.
None of them mean nothing.
But like I said, I don't think anybody outside of someone black should have shine.
I agree.
Period on for that
I
day.
agree with both of y'all wholeheartedly. I was just playing devil's advocate.
However, I would still feel.
I just want to know how would we.
I would interpret it different if it was somebody like Tim Wise who has dedicated his life to the cause of black folks and so going hard with it for years. So to me, that's different than somebody like Greg Abbott. So
Yeah, I just feel like America it's like they don't want to air out their dirty laundry. Like, it's out there, but they're not admitting that it's theirs. You know, with the whole slavery.
Ever.
Oh, I got another
what I'm
question on this MLK subject.
okay.
So, I remember a while ago there was a debate. You tell me how you feel about it. Like, some people were saying MLK was, he was a world-known leader for equal rights, civil rights, whatever. But all of his streets, where his streets are named, are always in the hood. Some people were saying, why can't we have an MLK in a prominent area versus why it always got to be in the hood? So you got people saying, well, I think he should be in the hood because that's,
Black folks,
where
that's where we are.
Or, and then you got people saying, well, he's bigger than just hood. Why can't he be in an affluent?
I appreciate it being in a predominantly black neighborhood because just think about it. Like, okay, so in Milwaukee, MLK Drive. It used to be called 3rd Street, but they renamed it MLK Drive. They redid that whole strip, and it goes like all the way to downtown. And that was like the strip where there was so many black-owned businesses popping up. A lot of restaurants and little clubs and stores and coffee shops owned by black folks on MLK Drive in the hood.
Right.
You know, but to me, I wouldn't want to do a MLK parade and have to go out to, well, I'm thinking in Milwaukee terms, or go out to a predominantly white neighborhood for an MLK parade. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that needs to be around our people.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So you're assuming an MLK parade has to be done on MLK Street?
No, that's how it is in my world. No, I don't assume that.
Solar.
It is in Dallas.
It either starts or ends on a MLK Street. I mean, it's just kind of like tradition.
I don't know if it always. I just know. I know.
So you have a problem with it being in the hood, or do you like I'm talking about? I ain't just talking about white. I'm saying black people. There were some black people saying why I gotta be there. Why I can't be, a major something major.
In an affluent black
just
neighborhood?
area period.
So let's equate that to.
I ain't saying an area where there are no black.
Like Main Street. What if it was MLK in Fort Worth?
If it was just a street where.
Like where the Cowboy Stadium is.
Yeah, I mean, and you have affluent blacks as well. But why you have black people saying, why does it always have to be in the hood? Why
like poverty.
Yeah, why can't you associate his name with something?
I understand, but I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm okay with it being where it is. And I don't think that it says that, he's poverty stricken. I think that he worked for all people. And a lot of times he was out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't... in affluent areas like that. So I think the majority of the people are based in the hood. They don't always have a hood mentality, or they don't always, whatever hood signifies, they don't always have that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's where a large majority of black people are. And they're probably there because that's where they want to be. Not because they have to be.
I think Dr. King, his image represents hope to a lot of people. So that, to me, is another reason. I think a lot of people associate pride with that street. You know what I mean? Like, this is
history.
Yes, that's history. Mm-hmm. So to have
I can show you a lot of prostituting and drug selling on the street, but, just saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't associate it with pride and whatever.
What is your take on it?
My take on it is, it wouldn't bother me either way. Mm-hmm. Because you're talking about a parade that's once a year for 3 hours.
Wait, are we talking about the street or the parade?
We're talking about a street.
Okay.
You're talking about a parade, like, it's in the hood. That's what a parade is. It's in the hood versus the other 364 days, it's in an area where people will come from all over the world to say, okay, let's visit more MLK Street.
But people don't want to go to the hood. That's what you're saying.
People ain't going to go to South Dallas and say, oh, we in Dallas, let's go to MLK Street. Because people are going to be like, no, you don't want to go over there. Mm-hmm. Versus it's in this area, you got black businesses.
Well,
this is MLK that you can, you know what I mean?
Because wherever you have people coming in from out of town to go visit a location, that's bringing money to that area.
Ain't nobody going over there.
But
I know black people won't even go MLK in South Dallas. So I'm saying,
maybe they should have the main street that runs from one end of the hood through, through the hood,
all the way through.
Yeah, like maybe that would be a compromise.
So it hits both areas.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is in Milwaukee.
Hard to do because it depends on where you're trying to take it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I ain't totally against it, just not always being in the hood. But
I get what you're saying. I understand
why
that.
People want it in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't really know. I'm just accustomed to it being where it's at.
In some areas, it's not. It's not in the hood everywhere. But like I said, people can debate anything, any subject, and
have a legitimate, if you listen to it long enough,
a legitimate
come up with some real.
You're one of those people, aren't you? That's why you're gonna have that debate tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's exactly why.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That's our time. We actually went through all of our subjects tonight, so that's good. Wrap it up. Y'all can toss the coin, so I don't have to.
There's protocol on this show that's not followed, but we do have it.
I will be the bigger
How you get
person.
that Walmart sticker? You stole that out of Walmart?
I was trying to put that on your shirt. I guess my final thoughts are, shoot, I ain't had time to think about my final thoughts.
Give her a subject. I mean,
No,
what did we talk about tonight?
we talked about several
Talk
different
about
things. We talked about imagery,
The imagery. What do you
marketing.
think about that?
I think that we just need to guard ourselves. We need to protect ourselves from the things that we are exposed to, whether it's physically or, we see it with our eyes. We definitely need to guard our minds and protect our spirits. Those are my final thoughts.
Okay.
That.
What you got?
For me, it's. I agree with her on the imagery. No parent should ever say it's okay to put my black child a hoodie on that says
The
what
coolest
does it
monkey.
say?
The coolest monkey.
No,
in the
that's no because of how America perceives us, which from the history says we're monkeys. You know, black people are monkeys, apes, animals. So yeah, I get that. I don't think that was cool. On the other hand, money rules. I mean, I'm sure they got paid. So I know all of us have done things for money that we wouldn't normally do if we had it. If you ain't got it, it's something different. So I'm thinking it had to be, money motivated. As far as the Oprah speech, the women's movement,
It's powerful.
which is legitimate, has overshadowed the black movement again. But that's America. Give us a safe movement, and not just a black movement, and we'll support it. Which ain't good for us, but I understand. What else did we just talk about? The MLK parade. I have mixed feelings. I don't think Greg Abbott should be in the parade. I don't know the consequences of boycotting the parade. Is it like you just gonna
What do you mean consequences?
I mean, what's the consequences of boycotting? I mean, there's an MLK parade, but we want to say no. We're not even gonna.
We're not gonna support it.
We're not gonna support it because this one person is in it. I don't think he should be in it. I don't like him. But I don't know that I would say boycott the entire parade is the answer. But that don't mean I'm right. So I'm not.
But what would be? Well, that's
I
starting
would.
the show again.
What would be what?
What would be the alternative?
Go to Dallas.
Go to the parade, throw eggs at him. But go to the parade. Go to the parade. When he come by, boo! We don't want you here. Let him roll his 5 minutes on through, and then enjoy the rest of the parade.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I would do that.
No, I'm saying I don't mean that literally, but you gotta
show
you
some.
gotta be like, I don't want to just not.
Like I'm not
support
finna.
this
He not gonna come
because
in
of
and shut
this.
down something that we do every year.
I mean, it could be
I hear
major, and like somebody's in it we don't like, we just don't go at all. I don't know if that's the answer, but people have the right to do whatever.
Well, that preacher, what was his name? He was gonna boycott it, but he's supposed to be out of town. What's the preacher? There's some preacher minister.
He's boycotting it.
He said he wanted to.
He is
but-
boycotting if he out of town.
No,
No, he just out of
wanted
town.
to, but
He was gonna go and boycott, or just
he said he would organize that, except for he would be out of town, so it just doesn't make sense to initiate a type
That
of
just
boycott.
is.
He's not going to be there.
Then he irrelevant.
I say boycott Greg Abbott. Like, hey, you got a problem with?
I
him?
don't know
Vote-
that you can.
vote that punk out of office.
Well, but that's not gonna do nothing for MLK Day parade, which is in
The big picture is
I feel like-
vote the punk out of office.
That's the big picture.
That's the big picture. Like parade is like, all right, man.
You mean like
I
so
say
he won't
boo
be
him.
the
I
governor?
say boo him. I say boo him at the parade. Support the parade, but boo him or whatever. That's just my opinion.
Throw eggs.
throw eggs, rocks, whatever.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be in front of you for 30 seconds.
I'm not going.
Okay, so let me see. The Oprah speech, it was phenomenal. I watched the whole speech though, so I kind of it's different when you can just sit and actually watch it. I watched it on YouTube. I do think that this is a very powerful, necessary movement dealing with the sexual harassment and I'm trying to think of the right word, just trying to hold women down, period. And I do think that there's something major that's going to come out of this. I do think we're going to see a shift and a lot of women in very powerful positions, and I mean it's really kind of trendy, to be honest with you. So I am kind of interested in seeing what is going to happen with all of that. Now, does that mean that I think Oprah should run for president? I don't know, because I don't really know enough about like her political views and all that kind of stuff. But no, I don't necessarily think she's capable of the cutthroat position of the president of the United States of America. I personally think Barack Obama was barely evil enough for that job.
He wasn't evil at all.
Because you gotta be somewhat though. Like I think he did some stuff behind the scenes that they don't talk about. I do. I think he had to in order to even be in the position that he's in. But anyway, that's my take on the whole Oprah for president deal. But I do think we're going to hear a lot about that. I don't think she's going to run for president. I think that's just the media getting excited over her speech. Okay, because weren't we just talking about that? Both of y'all is on y'all phones texting. I listened to y'all.
About the show.
I don't believe you. What are we talking about? Didn't we talk about the speech? You remember the biracial guy who got up and did just a beautiful speech talking about same thing. He gave a great speech and everybody is like, I'm voting for him for president. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like you need a little bit more than a good speech.
Right.
So anyway, that's my take on that. The rest of it is all imagery. Santa Claus, the white Jesus, Greg Abbott, the H&M, all of that's imagery. So all the motto, all of that to me is kind of correlated, because what it's saying is certain things. Well, it can be kind of split. If you deal with the Greg Abbott and the white Jesus, it's like saying that it is okay to elevate certain people to this position even though they don't deserve that. That's not real. It's not real. The whole white Jesus story, it's no possibility of it being real. The whole world knows that there's no possibility based on demographics, yet these masterminds came up with that and literally ruled the world with that. So I think that this very imagery is extremely powerful, and I do think that there needs to be more. You got to pay closer attention to what you are allowing your eyes to take into and your ears to take into your spirit, because that stuff, when you see it enough over and over and over again, it registers and we buy into it. The MLK parade, I'll respect it either way it goes. If you go because it means something to you, I can respect that because it means something to you. And your position is I'm not going to allow this situation to take something that I believe in celebrating with my family. I can respect that. If you boycott it, I can respect that too, because it's like, nah, y'all can't keep giving away our nuggets like that. We don't always have to seek approval in everything that we do from outside people. Some things really can be about us, and that is okay. I highly doubt any Cinco de Mayo parade. They might, but I would have to research it. Or an Asian celebration, they don't care, because they're okay with their communities. Black folks are always seeking the approval of other people, and I don't think that that's the time to do it. I do think, and I understand, and this is a transition for me, that we do have to see people for who they are and not the color as the division, but there are some people on both sides that can really push movements forward, and I get that and I respect that. But at this particular celebration, it's too many black folks that have earned the right to be honorary or Why would it have to be anybody? We have enough to choose from. So that's my take on that subject. And that's all I got. Anything else before we out? Or we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Don't say nothing crazy until I kill the mice.
Too late. He's thinking it.